Warren Buffett once said, "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die." Robert Kiyosaki once said, "The moment you make passive income and portfolio income a part of your life will change. These words will become flesh." Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Travis, and I like talking about personal finance or anything to do with building wealth. If you want to hear more about topics like these, make sure to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and if I say anything stupid during the video, you can always unsub at the end. So in this video, I want to cover some of my favorite dividend-paying companies or stocks that I believe will be around basically forever. To start the video, what is a dividend? A dividend is a cash reward that you receive for owning a dividend-paying stock. You typically receive these dividends quarterly, and if you don't know what that means, that just simply means you're getting paid in the form of these dividends 4 times a year. These dividends serve as a great way to make passive income, meaning if you put your money in the right places, you could literally be sitting on a beach with a drink in hand and getting paid for it. And the greatest part about this is if you buy great companies, most likely those companies will increase their dividends every single year, meaning the passive income that you're going to receive will be gradually growing throughout your lifetime, meaning you're going to make more money as time goes on. And on top of that, if you pick great companies, the effort required to do something like this is little to none. But that's the key. You want to make sure that you're buying great companies that will exist practically forever and increase that dividend slowly over time. And that is what I've based this list on. The average age of the companies on this list is 125 years, meaning a majority of the companies on this list have been around for longer than any of us have even been alive. This list is meant to be a list of great companies that you can hold on to for the rest of your life and just watch money flow into your bank account. The key here is just make sure you don't sell them. I might make a few more videos like this in the future, but specifically I want to make another video about the best dividend-paying ETFs. And again, not only do these stocks I'm about to show you have an average age of 125 years, they also have an average dividend yield of 3.53%. These are great companies that should pay you a lot of money over your lifetime. So let's jump into the first stock that should be very good for generating passive income. The first company that I wanted to talk about was JP Morgan Chase, ticker symbol JPM. Almost everyone has heard of this company. It's an American multinational investment bank and financial services holding company. Ranked by total assets, it's the 7th largest bank in the world and the largest in the United States. I would explain generally what they do, but I'm expecting most of you understand generally what a bank does. Also, fun fact, this company was founded in 1799, making it 221 years old, meaning it's been around for practically forever. This is arguably the most dominant bank in the United States. Because of its sheer size and scale, along with its commitment to great customer service, I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. It's consistently ranked as one of the best customer service banks in the nation. And to make things even better, the leadership team is highly respected and has outperformed most of its large cap competitors. This company currently has a dividend yield of 3.47%, which is a very large dividend yield. Additionally, the stock has increased 63% over the last 5 years, and they currently pay out 48% of their earnings in the form of that dividend, which is very sustainable. They also have an average dividend growth rate of 16% over the last 5 years, which is a massive growth rate. On top of that, they've had dividend growth for 10 years in a row, which is pretty solid. This growth history isn't huge only because that dividend had to be cut to survive the worst financial crisis of all time, the 2008 financial crisis. And on top of that, the dividend actually recovered pretty quickly. In general, this is a very strong company with a very solid dividend. The second dividend-paying stock on this list is a classic dividend-paying stock, and that's Johnson & Johnson, ticker symbol J&J. Johnson & Johnson is an American multinational corporation founded in 1886 that makes medical devices, pharmaceutical products, and other consumer goods. So basically, they've been around forever and make an obscene amount of products. This photo shows just some of the products that they make that you might recognize. The company has many patented products that are difficult to manufacture and reproduce, which should limit generic brand competition. On top of this, its healthcare products tend to be very downturn resistant. This company currently has a dividend yield of 2.78%. On top of that, the stock has increased 45% over the last 5 years. These aren't huge returns, but it's worth it for the consistency that they've had in the past. The company has had dividend growth for 58 years in a row, meaning this company has increased its passive income to its shareholders for almost 6 decades. This means that you're making more money every single year. For example, if you had simply bought one share of Johnson & Johnson in 1970, that share of stock would have cost you 37 cents. Well, in 2019 alone, Johnson & Johnson paid out $3.54 per share. This means in 2019, you would have gotten paid almost 10 times what you paid per share for a share of Johnson & Johnson in 1970. They currently pay out 50% of their earnings in the form of that dividend, which again is very sustainable. They have an average dividend growth rate of 6.32% over the last 5 years. This company has a great track record, and it makes them very trustworthy in my eyes. Because I only have time to talk about 5 different companies on this list, if you're looking for an alternative to Johnson & Johnson, I would highly recommend looking at P&G, ticker symbol PG. The next dividend-paying stock to create passive income is Pepsi, ticker symbol PEP. PepsiCo is an American multinational food, snack, and beverage company that was originally founded in 1902. Pepsi is active in the manufacturing, marketing, and distribution of these products. They own very well-known products such as Pepsi beverages, all Frito-Lay products, Tropicana products, Quaker Oats products, and Gatorade. This company is much more diverse than one of its biggest competitors, Coca-Cola, in the sense that it makes snack products along with beverages, which gives it much more growth potential in my eyes. As far as its competitive advantage, its distribution and direct-to-store delivery give it a significant advantage over its smaller competitors. This company currently has a dividend yield of 2.93%, and the stock has increased in value 36% over the last 5 years. They currently pay out 74% of their earnings in the form of that dividend, which should be sustainable, and I predict that this number will decrease over the long term. They have an average dividend growth rate of 8.4% over the last 5 years, and they've had dividend growth for 48 years in a row, meaning this company has consistently increased its passive income to shareholders over the past 48 years. Again, this means that you're making more money every single year. This is a very strong track record and should make for a great long-term investment. If you're looking for alternatives to Pepsi, 2 good alternatives would be Nestle and Coca-Cola. The next company on this list isn't necessarily a household name, but has been around for forever, and I don't expect it to go anywhere anytime soon. This dividend-paying stock is Duke Energy, ticker symbol DUK. This is an American electric power holding company with assets in both the US and Canada. They distribute energy to 7.2 million customers through coal, natural gas, or oil, with half of its generation in the Carolinas coming from nuclear power. This company has great lasting power because of the nature of utility companies. Because utilities are regulated and tend to be what I refer to as regional monopolies, this company should provide a stable source of revenue for the long term. Most of Duke's revenue is actually concentrated in these regulated jurisdictions. This company currently has a dividend yield of 4.16%, and the stock has increased in value 26% over the last 5 years. They currently pay out 76% of their earnings in the form of that dividend, which isn't bad for a utility company. Again, this should be sustainable. They have an average dividend growth rate of 3.5% over the last 5 years, and they've had dividend growth for the last 9 years in a row. I fully expect this company to continue to grow for the foreseeable future, and I think the same thing about its dividends. If for some reason you're not a very big fan of this company, a good alternative is one of its largest competitors, the Southern Company, ticker symbol SO. The fifth and final stock on this list is another household dividend-paying stock, and that's Verizon, ticker symbol VZ. Verizon Communication is an American multinational communications conglomerate that controls 40% market share of postpaid phone plans in the US. This is the largest in the nation, and because of its scale, the company is able to achieve the highest margins in the industry. The company has a great reputation for its network strength, which they use as a competitive advantage over the likes of AT&T and T-Mobile Sprint. On top of that, they're building out their fiber optic network and 5G capability. This company has the largest dividend yield of any of the companies on this list, with a yield of 4.33%. Additionally, the stock has increased in value 26% over the last 5 years, and they currently pay out 53% of their earnings in the form of that dividend. They've had an average dividend growth rate of 2.5% over the last 5 years, which isn't the best, but it's not bad, and they've had dividend growth over the past 13 years in a row. So, these are just a few of my favorite stocks for generating passive income. I would have loved to include the basic fundamentals of each of these companies, but that would have been nearly impossible to do in under half an hour. There are a lot more companies that I would have loved to talk about as far as dividend-paying stocks, but I just simply didn't have the time. Again, I plan on making another video like this in the future so I can talk about those companies. Finally, just in case you don't want the risk of owning a single stock and just simply want a good dividend-paying index fund, I would highly recommend checking out Vanguard's VYM. By the way, just so you understand how I personally invest, I invest where I find value in the market. Meaning right now, I don't specifically target dividend-paying stocks. At my age and stage of life, I don't necessarily need passive income, but if I did, these are some of the stocks that I would be buying. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that one of the tips or one of these companies helps improve your life in one way or another. Whether that's helping you afford the TV that you've always wanted, or quitting the job that you hate, or helping your kid go to college, or even being able to afford that vacation at the end of the year. Definitely subscribe to my channel. I'm still a very small YouTuber, so anytime that I get a subscription, it seriously makes my day. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Attention young men and women, subscribe to Travis White's channel. He needs your help to defeat the evil, broke YouTuber depression.